I'm Leah Alexander. I'm 52 years old and I am Lynne's sister.
And I'm not telling my age. I'm Lynne Calloway, and I'm Leah's big sister.
When I first moved out of the house from my parents, I lived across the street in an efficiency apartment in the basement. I could go over to their house and do my laundry and have dinner with them.
I remember that time being very difficult for my parents. They didn't believe that that was something that Leah would be able to do. So we talked about it with your SSA, and we talked about it as a family. And little by little, my parents started to see that it might be a good idea.
And then I put in applications with HUD, with this building and with another building. And then I thought, when they called my name, I'm like, we ought to go fill out the paperwork. So Lynne and I did, and then I moved in here.
Leah had lived on her own for, Leah? With support for about 10, 15 years. During that time, our mom became more and more ill. So Leah's move into a different apartment was sort of prompted by my mother's illness. Mom became unable to really support Leah, and as her primary provider, that was an issue.
I like that I have people in a building that I can go talk to, and I can walk in my neighborhood to different places.
We're not that far away from each other, but Leah has talked about living closer as we've both gotten older.
I'm looking for a place where I can walk and do more things. Yeah, and be closer to Lynne.
Yeah, doctors, your circle
and my
of life.
doctor's appointments and my circle, because that's my circle of life.
Mm-hmm. When we're thinking about the next place Leah's going to live, we've given a lot of consideration to what you would lose and what you might gain if you moved. Oakley is a wonderful community. There's so much here. Every place you need to go is
right here,
within walking distance. But if you move to the suburbs closer to us, we were concerned that you would lose your community, that there were people who know. If I walk this community with Leah, everybody says hello to Leah. I have to ask Leah to introduce me to the people at CVS and the folks who yell at her at Fresh Market and the people at Kroger who know you at the counter. So there's a sense of connection for Leah and security, really, for me, that there are people who know you and are expecting you to show up there and are happy to see you. Right. So we would be starting that all over again. The other thing that we had to consider was cost. Leah mentioned that this was a subsidized apartment, and that certainly helps. Safety, security are all in apartments. They come with a premium. So we really struggled with those things. And in an effort to sort of lay it all out, we used the Charting a Life course, Integrated STAR, to explore what Leah could bring, what she has now, what kinds of things she would take with her, what skills and experiences she could take with her. So we're in the process of building the supports that are needed to consider that move. And we're also trying to figure out how to financially support that move. So it is a process. I think the advice that I would share is for siblings to be an integral part of the conversation, because that whole transition for us involved my mother and father feeling very confident that someone else knew what Leah's needs were, and that someone else was invested in her health and safety. In a lot of cases, that's a sibling, a brother or sister. Think of it as a process. It's not something that's going to happen in a day. A move is not the end. The move is really the beginning. So, and those moves can, like in your life, right? You had more than
Right.
one move.
Right.
So, and there could be another one.